Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder, the Lord of Nothing, where last time we started exploring the Frozen Fane, and we met, after a fight with some zombies, we met this guy Stalmar, which you guys told me that you met him at a different spot than I did, which is interesting, or at least, or maybe you haven't met him at all, I'm not sure, but that's interesting that the game has such differences in where your playthrough can go depending on what you chose to do in the first game. It's really neat. I like it. But we also met Penta here, who is trapped in the ice. She's an android, and she's really cool. She's a bard, so she's obviously super cool. But she is a crossbow wielder, so we need to respec Rickarth, and I think that's what we need to do before anything else. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk to Stalmar real quick, just to make sure he doesn't have anything new to say. Hail! He does not. May Sarenrae light your way. What is that? To the Verdant Caves. Okay. We have multiple paths to go, it looks like, too. To the tavern. Yeah, might as well take it all. We can sell it. The Defender's Heart. That's the name of this tavern, right? I think I was struggling to remember the name. I was calling it, like, Last Light. Things like that. Alright, can we maybe get out of this form now? There we go. To the outside. It's rather dark in here, isn't it? To the tavern. Yeah, it's really dark in here. Or the lighting is a lot sharper? I don't know. Citizen, there's Sindri. So many dead. Yeah, when is this? Is this like after we won the Battle of Canopus or what? Eagle Watch. Hey, Gimel. So, you're back. What happened in the city while we were away? The demons were driven out. Then the queen came. She announced a crusade. Everyone who wanted to fight left, and the rest have stayed, rebuilding little by little. Alright, so the commander is gone, out of Canopus. Who are you? Gimel Hawks, tavern keeper. He scratches his bald head and adds, not a vampire. I need the services of a priest. Tough luck. Everyone's gone to war. The albino is silent for a moment, and then adds with a sigh, fine. This tavern is a temple of Caden Kalian. So I'm a bit of a priest myself. If you really need it, I could read a scroll or something. I don't deal in them though, only booze. That's nice to know. What's the news in the city? None. And we're all the better for it. Haven't finished rebuilding all that burned down after the last piece of news. The tavern keeper furrows his brow and shakes his head as if chasing away bad memories. The queen is gone, as well as the crusaders. People say they're going to retake Dresden. Here's hoping they do. Show me your wares. Okay. So, we have a lot of junk, right? This is all junk, I believe. We don't want to sell the books, but we'll keep the tools, too. I don't know if they're needed. But the wine we can get rid of. Lockpicks we want to keep. Rare roots. Oh, yeah. Wasn't there like a... There we go. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Bag of holding here. Very nice, very nice. So I'll sell all that. Gets me some money. We probably want to keep all of our magical item stuff. Probably want to keep our ingredients too. We have an alchemist kit, so we can make some things. And a scroll scribes kit. We don't need the tower shield. Or any of these tower shields. We don't need the hide armors. Don't need these weapons. Yeah. And that gives us quite a bit of money to work with. What do you have for sale? You have gloves of the neophyte. Whenever the wearer of these gloves casts a cantrip or a first level spell, deals 1 additional damage per rolled. It's 3,400 gold. We only have 6,400. And there's Dark Omen as well. The wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously. It grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Waves of Fatigue. To cast a spell, the wearer still needs to have a spell slot of the required level. I don't want any of those. I don't know if we need purifying solutions where we're going. Not sure. And then we could buy some healing potions. But at the same time, I don't want to. Once per day, you may use this item to grant your party total concealment from ranged attacks for 1 minute. That's a good item to have, but it would take all of our money. So we don't want it. We can buy some first aid kits. Do we have first aid kits? We don't have any first aid kits. Let's just buy them all. Yep. That way we have them. We'll buy this too. I don't know if we're going to be camping, but... Alright, and then we could buy another bag of holding for 2,500. Did I sell my bag of holding? No. So we could get this, and that would increase our carrying capacity. I think we will get it. Right? So now we have 0 pounds. We're carrying 0 pounds now. Fantastic. Alright, so we need to respec. Where's our respec guy? Let's go ahead and talk to everybody. No one can beat us. In the name of Iomade, come here and give me a kiss. Commoner. So many dead. Citizen. So many dead. Commoner. So many dead. Alright.
Follow my steps.
Did, hey, Penta. Did the commander leave anything for me? No. That would've been nice, huh? I don't think we met the commander, though, so... Anai. Sing a song, my little songbird, for those who fought and those we've lost. Healer Anai sits at a table, piled with empty bottles, singing a mournful song. It takes her a moment to focus her gaze on you and remember who you are. Oh, you survived after all. That's good. You keep it up. But don't just stand there like a fool. Take a seat. Let's raise a glass to those who weren't so lucky. Care to remind me who you are? Thank you. I have forgotten. Forgot me already, huh? You must drink even more heavily than I do. Name's Anai. I'm a healer. If not for you and your help, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. She raises her mug. A toast to you. Live long, be well. How often do you get drunk like this? Every week. It's been getting better lately, though. Used to drink myself blind every day. What else could I do? She gives a loud belch and takes another swig. I used to think I was too old to be surprised by anything. I'd seen hellfire burns, smelled ulcers that'd make you vomit, patched up every single wound a human body can bear. Then the demons came, and their victims flooded to my door, seeking help. That's when I realized I hadn't seen anything yet. Not a damn thing. Do you understand? Anai shakes her head, tears welling in her eyes. I could never have imagined what they could do to a living body. People twisted and broken in the most unnatural ways, yet still somehow alive. They ask me why I didn't join the Crusaders, and I tell them that someone had to stay behind and watch over the local nitwits. For you, though, the truth. I was scared. No, not of the demons. May the abyss swallow them. I was scared of what they do to folks. Here, I'm just an old drunk. There, I've been an old drunk and crazy to boot. To the fallen. To the dearly departed, you and I both raise your mugs and drink. Oh, there were so many, all dead now. But you're still kicking. I was so sure you'd passed. Now don't you dare die, you hear me? Look, take this. Take it, I say. Don't make me worry about you more than I have to. God's willing, you won't need it. Potions of aid, potions of cure moderate wounds, and potion of good hope. Thank you very much, Anai. Hey, you be safe out there. Don't die. And if you do, don't haunt me in your dreams. I'll do my best. I imagine if you don't save her in the first part of the game, then you don't get that. So that's nice. We'll cut them all down. Alright, I feel like we don't need to talk to these no-name people. Vinrad. Ha! You're alive! Sergeant Vinrad, who you met in the caves underneath Canabras, salutes you with a beer mug. Never thought I'd see you again. To tell you the truth, wasn't sure I'd make it out of the bloodshed alive either. Miracle it is. My party could do with a skilled fighter. Know anyone? How are you? After we took the city back, it took a while for the brass to decide what to do with me. Some wanted to reward me for saving the soldiers, others to condemn me for cowardice. In the end, it was the queen herself who made the decision, bless her. For demonstrating great discretion and prudence, I was to be promoted. Didn't think I was right for the front, though. Other qualities are needed in the field, she said. Captain Vinrad was to stay behind in Canabras, dealing with paperwork and gathering reinforcements. It is what it is, Vinrad takes a swig. A promotion, sort of, but nothing to boast about. Anyhow, can't complain. Could have been court-martialed instead. Know anyone? Sure, plenty of those in Canabras. Some looking for gold, some for fame, some for a new start. Mind you, they won't work for free. They take 2,500 each up front. No. We are okay with our party at the moment. Sister Karismi? What do you want? A tall woman looks up from her notebook. Wow, it's Sister Karismi. Safe and sound. That's not his voice. And behind a bar table. Not behind bars. I thought I'd never see you again. The rumors were that you died or fled the city. Rumors are like weeds. They are not sown. They are not reaped. They just spring up all over the place on their own. How did you meet each other? I used to work for her, doing various jobs, a long time ago. In another life. If you were smarter, Corkscrew, you could have been my right hand. But no, you left your family to join the do-gooders. Don't worry. I know you didn't rat us out, and I have no quarrel with you. But what did you get in return for your service for the Crusaders? Bugger all. Was it worth it? It was, sister. Rickarth looks into Karismi's eyes for a long time. Eventually, she looks away. All right. Live your life. It's your choice. Who are you? I'm called Karismi, and I am a practitioner of various crafts. I used to own a laundry, and now I own a construction firm. Laundry, right? Rickarth chuckles. I remember your portrait plastered on every post in the city. I just can't quite recall what was written underneath. Must have been advertisements for your firm. I don't know what you're talking about. In any case, that's all in the past. You know, those horrible demons burned so much when they attacked the city. Karismi smiles sweetly, like a well-fed cat. Guard records, court archives, bank books. So much was lost that I fear we'll never know what was written on those portraits, if they even existed at all. Clever. That means Karismi is now an upstanding citizen in the eye of the law. I wonder how long that will last. I see you took the best spot in the tavern. And why not? I can afford it. The tavern is an excellent place to conduct business. Much better than some dusty shop. I have no one to hide from, and nothing to fear. Whoever has business with me knows where to find me. During the siege, this exact spot was where Arabeth set up her headquarters. And now, they're my headquarters. The do-gooders left to fight, and safe travels to them. This table will now serve us. Alright, Corkscrew, it's been nice chatting with you, but I'm a busy person. If you have business, lay it on the table. If not, be on your way. As a matter of fact, I do have business. Can you scrounge up some gear for us? Nothing dangerous or forbidden, just stuff you used to be able to buy from the shops. But the city isn't a great place for shopping nowadays. Rickarth writes something on a piece of paper and hands it to Karismi. Here. Can you find it? This one? No problem. You can't find this now, but I will look. I might have some left in storage. Don't even bother asking for this one. The Crusaders took all of it. And what's this? How am I supposed to find something like that? Karismi scratches the bridge of her nose and slips Rickarth's paper into her notebook. I'll get you what I can. Payment in cash only. You wound me. You wound me. Have I ever asked what... I think that's not supposed to be Sister Karismi. You wound me. Have I ever asked for credit? Well, so long. Why do you call Rickarth Corkscrew? That was because that's what everyone called him back in the day. Now he'd prefer to forget it. And I don't like when people forget who they are and where they came from. Tell me about yourself. What do you care? Are you from the guard? I'm a businesswoman. I accept gold in exchange for goods. And that's all you need to know. Show me what you have. Here's everything that I managed to get. Oh, okay, you've got some good stuff. Ooh, the collapse. You know that hammer. I'm not gonna... This is all really expensive, actually. And we need to, we need to buy... Respecking, assuming it exists. Gnome Brave's helmet. Neat. Yeah. As much as I would like to buy some of this stuff. A wooden spoon. Okay. Maybe we... I wonder if we can even, we might not be able to respec. Yeah, I don't see anybody who would give me that option unless it's outside. Let's check outside. Commoner, citizen.
Let us be careful.
Is Valhern or Valhen. Good day. What are you looking for? The dwarf woman clad in a workshop apron points eagerly at the counter. I've got weapons, I've got armor, potions perhaps. Got heaps of them, made them all myself, and I'd stake my life on their quantity. Or quality, rather. Tell me about yourself. Name's Valhen. I'm new around here. I forge swords, make armor, brew potions. What else do you want to know? Where'd you come from? From the River Kingdoms. Maybe you've heard about a nation that was established in the Stolen Lands? I have heard about it, actually. I was about to read a book about it and share it on YouTube. I don't know what I'm going on about. Why'd you leave the River Kingdoms? Years and years at the same place. You'd start to grow moss eventually. Besides, I needed to learn a new craft, alchemy. No one would teach me there. I mean, who trained their own competition? So I closed shop and set out in search of knowledge and rare ingredients, and adventures, of course. What brought you to Canopus? A special order. I'll let you in on a secret. I know some rare recipes that few can make. Someone in Canopus wanted exactly that, so I came here. Then all hell broke loose. The invasion, cultists, battle on the streets, Master Jordan Vaughn disappeared without a trace. What was I to do? Leave his customers without a smith? What's so special? What's that special potion you're making? Well, you see, the dwarf smiles mysteriously. Few people can make it, and even fewer need it. Let's put it this way. Before I started making it, I had to shave my beard every morning, and I was known under a different name back in the River Kingdoms. Huh. You're telling me you used to be a man? You're brewing a hair removal potion? I don't understand. Don't bother yourself with that, then. Better take some healing potions. You can't get enough of those these days. Wait. No. Tell me. Okay. Can you make me one of your special potions? I'd be glad to, but be warned, it's not cheap and it's not quick. It's brewed over the span of several months, and you'll have to come to me every 3 or 4 days so we can adjust it as it's brewing. Or there's a good chance you'll turn into something unrecognizable when you take it. So if you have anything important that'll keep you away from Canopus, best deal with that first. Oh, okay. So it does change their gender. Okay. What weapons do you have? Let's just take a look at them all. Anything? Got some good stuff in here. Okay. Really just looking for prices. We're looking for unique things, not just these +1s. Like the ornery. +1 Furious Throwing Axe. Vanguard. A heavy flail. Okay. What else? Armor. Looking for anything unique. Tends to be at the bottom, the unique stuff. So getting some barding for tickles. That's actually not a bad idea. But again, we need to save money for the respec. And then potions. Some good healing potions. Okay. I hope there is It doesn't seem like there is any respecking. We'll cut them all down. Yeah, it looks like there is no respecking. Okay. Well, I guess we just have 2 crossbow wielders at the moment. And I suppose that's okay. Okay. Back inside. There's nothing up here, is there? No. Okay. Alright, let's talk to our companions. I believe Rekarth is over here. Hey, Rekarth. Hey, grunts Rekarth without looking up. He is painstakingly cleaning a burned-out old pipe, scraping off the black soot stuck to it. A sudden movement, and the pipe cracks with a crunch. Grinding his teeth, he flings it to the door. Damn it all! Everything's falling apart. Either we're cursed by the gods or just naturally unlucky. Rekarth rubs his bristly chin with exasperation. Alright. Let's keep it together. We're in way over our heads, yes. But we'll get through this. Somehow. What do you think of our expedition? Tell me about yourself. What do you think of our squad? What do you think about the shards? What do you think about the shards? I'm in your debt. If you hadn't taken the foul thing, I'd have had to. I don't even want to imagine how it must feel carrying that thing inside you. What do you think of our squad? At the very least, we're really a squad. A combat unit capable of performing tasks and destroying enemies, and not some gaggle of idiots stepping on each other's feet with every step. That's worth something, regardless of what I think of the individual members of the squad. What do you think of Sindri? An irresponsible clown fantasizing about great deeds. Every time he starts babbling about the heroic crusaders, I have to fight the urge to stuff his hat into his mouth. Alright. I'll give him some credit. He's not bad in a fight. Let him cast his spells. Just keep him as far as possible from any decision making. What do you think of Penta? She's good. Clear head. Stands her ground in a fight. It's just a shame she doesn't know how to hold her tongue. Trying to be clever for no reason, telling her sarcastic jokes as if to say, a lot of you are morons. I'm the only one smart. But, you know, even that is less annoying than Sindri's constant yapping. What do you think of me? If we hadn't met in that theater, I think we'd still be there, decorating the walls with our entrails. After everything we've been through, let's put it this way. I'm not much of a believer in friendship and that kind of sappy nonsense, but I've never had a more reliable companion than you. Aw, thanks, buddy. Uh-huh. But let's just keep this between us. Don't go telling the others what I said about them. Tell me about yourself. Not sure what there is to tell. Alright, ask away. Where are you from? Right here. From Canabras. I never met my father. My mother was a drunkard, so I grew up on the streets. It's a common story. Half the city has one like it. Rekarth turns to spit on the floor, but swallows after noting the tavern keeper's glare. And it would have ended as usual, on the gallows, maybe in a ditch with a hole in my side, if I hadn't joined up with the paladins. How'd you end up in the Eagle Watch? Thanks to Nivea. She's from the streets too, so she knows what it's like. You wouldn't believe what kind of spy network you can build with the impoverished, drunkards, petty crooks, barefooted children, provided you know how to approach them and aren't afraid to get your hands dirty. Of course, that kind of crowd isn't exactly eager to work for paladins. I myself turned my nose up at them for a very long time. I dreamed of a career with the tieflings, or thieflings. Perhaps I would have risen through the ranks to authority. Also that someone like me, only younger and bolder, could slit my throat. Anevia pulled me out of the viper's nest and showed me what those do-gooders were fighting against. Cults with sickening rituals, human sacrifices, cannibalism. And all of this on our very own city. On the same streets where we were fighting each other over copper coins. The higher-ups among the thieflings knew about it, and they couldn't care less. Let the city go up in flames. They'll just find a new one. Rekarth shakes his head, with an expression of disgust on his face. The thing is, they don't have any other city. That's why I said screw the thieflings and started helping Anevia cleanse the city of that demonic rot. We caught a lot of cultists. Sadly, we didn't catch them all. You defend the city despite how tieflings are treated here? Well, you know, Rekarth grimaces. Yes, the people here treat tieflings like dung, but it's not as if they treat each other any better, or outsiders for that matter. Most mortals are bastards like that. And so what? Should we just leave them as food for the demons? No matter how much of a scumbag the average citizen might be, they're still a far cry from the beasts of the abyss. What will you do once the war's over? So you think we'll live to see victory? Rekarth chuckles. You sure are an optimist. Let's win first and dream later. Thank you. You're welcome. What do you think of our expedition? Not much of an expedition. That's too good a word for this mess. Rekarth shrugs. We got pulled into an ugly story. It'll be a miracle if we make it out alive. What else is there to say? You don't believe we'll win? Quit whining. Has it ever crossed your mind that we could just drop everything and run away? Thank you for sharing your thoughts. You don't believe we'll win? Now what I believe, that's my business. That's my business. Beliefs don't win fights. This does. Rekarth shows you his tightly clenched fist. Don't fret. I won't let you down. Has it ever crossed your mind we could just run away? Stop talking rubbish. Sure, we may not be the best, but we're still crusaders. Arilu take you. If we slink away, that's it. The end. Demons will devour all of Avestan. So don't even think about it. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I have to go. I'll be nearby. Alright. There's our bed. Penta. The android turns her perfectly smooth, almost doll-like face to you. Her lips are curved in a motionless smile. The gaze of her cold, unblinking eyes makes you uncomfortable momentarily. But suddenly, Penta laughs in a completely human manner. Did I scare you? I think that look is my masterpiece. Up to 60% of those I have subjected to its display shivers, goosebumps, and or hiccups. 4% ran away screaming. There have not yet been any heart attacks, but I will keep improving. What do you think of our expedition? An absolutely reckless venture, with minimal chances of survival. Just how I like it. It's impossible to tell by looking at her face if she's being sarcastic or not. Is that a joke, or are you serious? Why'd you come with us? You don't think we'll be successful? Is that a joke? Yes. Why did you come with us? Curiosity. I came to that region of the abyss to study it. I see no reason to abandon that goal. Besides that, there is another rather important factor. Penta smiles. My new team is far from perfect, but significantly better than my old one. Penta, this could all end very badly. Sindri, Rekarth, and I have no choice but to see it through to the end. But you're free. Why haven't you left us? It's a question of priorities. Your logic is sound. So long as we posit that life's duration is of most value than its richness. In my case, however, that is reversed. A long, boring life scares me more than a short, eventful one. You don't think we'll succeed? Not at all. There exists a colossal difference between a small chance and no chance. It's entirely reasonable to face risk, even great risk, if success promises a proportionally great reward. I like her. I like her a lot. Tell me about yourself. What, exactly? Where are you from? From Numeria. Memories of my early life are lost, but it's not hard to guess that. Like every other android on Galarian, I was created from surviving systems of a crashed starship somewhere in the region. I was originally intended for music, verse, and classical literature. That is the origin of my full name, Pentatonica. The Technic League's agents found me and used me for other tasks. Penta's face freezes, her synthetic voice sounding scarcely emotionless. After a short silence, she adds, "Bastards." The Technic League. We ran into them in Kingmaker, right? Well, not we. But they were in Kingmaker, right? I'm pretty sure they were. They sound very familiar. Who are androids? Caveat. The fact that I am an android does not make me a specialist on androids. Sadly, I did not come from within an instruction manual. I can only tell you what's common knowledge. Androids are a synthetic life form brought to Galarian by a starship. We are not entirely constructs and not entirely organic creatures, but we share with them a lot of important characteristics. The existence of android souls has been incontrovertibly proven. There we go. Penta thinks for a moment, as if trying to remember something more, then shrugs. In summary, it seems we're people. You have a strange way of speaking. This manner of speaking was optimal in the conditions of my forced service. The agents of the Technic League considered me an object. Through trial and error, I determined that trying to convince them of my humanity was a losing strategy. So, I chose a different approach, one based on the manipulation of their prejudices. Penta looks you in the eye. Plainly, if you want to survive in servitude, learn to play dumb. Beep beep, bastards. I'm a robot. My head is but nuts and bolts, and that means you can't ask much of me. I realize that to free people, this may seem strange, perhaps even unjustifiably rude. Trust me, it is not aggression, but a defense mechanism. It will take time for me to adjust to freedom. Penta smiles sadly, a fully human expression. How'd you end up encased in the ice? The Technic League's might revolves around endless accumulation. Oh my god. Such big words. They gather secrets, weapons, magical items, rare spells, forgotten recipes, anything that can give them more power. They used me in this search. It would be a lie to say that I did not enjoy these expeditions. That said, the enjoyment was, of course, dampened by the fact that nobody asked me whether I wanted to participate to begin with. The aim of our adventure was something called Sithud's Legacy. Those words did not mean anything to me, nor to any other member of the squad. Only the expedition's organizers seemed to know where and why we were headed. When we arrived, it quickly became clear that he did not know much either. Penta spreads her hands. The expedition turned out to be short. From the portal to the first meeting with an enormous ice-covered Nalfishni, which turned us into ice cream in an infinitesimal amount of time. Thankfully, I survived that state. Thankfully, the rest of the squad did not. I hope that our attempt will be more successful. Me too. Thank you for your answers. Ask away. I don't have many secrets, and very few of them are particularly scary. What do you think of our squad? I think we're doing pretty well so far. At the very least, we're still alive. Or did you want to know my opinion on someone specific? Rickarth. Serious and responsible at a glance, yet his eyes are like a lost puppy's, waiting for someone to adopt him. It is amusing that he considers himself a lone wolf, when there is nothing more important to him than someone's praise. Bandits, Technic League included, turn people like him into cutthroats. He wound up with the paladins, and they made him a hero instead. Will he one day decide that he should be what he should be for himself? The probability is low. He tries to hide it, but the shards terrify him. He does not want the power they contain, and he fears their influence. Paradoxically, this is what makes him a suitable carrier for them. At the best kings are those who don't want to be king kind of thinking there. What about Sindri? He's a good kid. In the Technic League, it is rare to see someone who seeks adventure not for riches and power, but out of curiosity and altruism. Part idiot, part hero, part adventurer. There is a fairly high probability that his current escapade will get us all killed, or save us from death, if we get lucky. He believes that the shards have no power over him, but he is wrong. I see that Sindri struggles to resist the influence of the Abyss. Give him too many shards, and he won't even notice himself breaking. Recommendation, do not give him too many shards. Okay. So you're saying I take all the shards. What do you think of me? Our squad would not have lasted long without you. At the very least, not as a squad capable of getting somewhere, overcoming someone, in achieving something. That said, nobody designated you as a leader. You do not command, and you do not threaten. It seems to me that Rekarth and Sindri don't even understand who makes the key decisions. But I do. That is worthy of respect. You're handling the effect of the shards. You're handling the effect the shards have on your mind quite well. For now, I have some unsolicited advice for you. If we find more of them, don't take them. Magical powers are useful, but only so long as you control them, and not the other way around. So she recommends basically that Rekarth should take the shards. It seems. Right? Sindri's gonna break if he takes too many, and I might get consumed as well. But Rekarth has the kind of personality that would survive it, or at least not go evil. I don't know. Sindri, buddy. Hello! Sindri's hands are curled around a massive mug of fragrant cocoa. Cocoa! Truly, I can feel my strength returning with every sip. I could go for some cocoa right now. What do you think about our expedition? In all honesty, never in my life have I ever been so afraid. I used to think that after all my travels, scraps, and adventures, nothing could scare me. I thought myself fearless, as if I could overcome anything, and it turns out that I just hadn't ever seen anything truly scary. Shivering as if from a sudden gust of icy wind, Sindri holds his frost-cracked hands closer to the fireplace. Before, it was really just strolls and jaunts. Besides, there wasn't really anything at stake. Well, some curiosity, a handful or so of treasure, and just one life, my own. At worst, I risked breaking my neck, you see? And now if we fail, a wicked demon is going to come crawling out of the abyss, and who knows what havoc it will wreak. The gnome sighs. Faced with this massive responsibility, I feel horribly small. Tell me about yourself. Truly, we should have done this a long time ago. We've faced so much together and yet know nothing about each other. Well, what would you like me to tell you about? Where are you from? From the Alabastrine Peaks. Now, I already know what you're going to say. Hold on, Sindri. How can that be? Those are awfully sheer mountains far, far up north. Surely nobody lives there. Gnome smiles proudly. And you'd be right. Nobody does. Yet I really was born there. I swear on the ripped tent cloth I was swaddled in. My parents were real romantics. They decided to have their honeymoon at the crown of the world, and dreamed of making it to the North Pole. But they only got as far as the Alabastrine Peaks. Then I was born, and they had to turn back. After that, well, we wandered together here and there, from Irison to Katapesh, until I grew up. Then I started traveling alone. All in all, you could say the adventuring was in my blood. I haven't heard from them in a long time. I hope they ended up achieving their dream of making it to the pole. Right, you gotta remember that gnomes, their entire life's goal is to, not bleach. And the only way to do that is experience new and interesting things. So, it makes sense that this kind of lifestyle is probably not very uncommon for gnomes. Where have your travels taken you? With my parents, why, all over the place. And once I started venturing out on my own, I mainly wandered up and around the mountains in northern Avestan. The Kodar Ridge, the realm of the Mammoth Lords. It was all practice so that I could one day set out to the crown of the world, to the Alabastrine Peaks, and further to the pole. I haven't quite got up to that part yet. If I make it out of this mess alive, I'm absolutely heading there as soon as I can. But what are some mountains compared to the abyss itself? Could you use magic before your encounter with the Sithid's soul shard? Yes, I've had it ever since I was a child. My parents used to tell me about how they had taken shelter from a storm when I was born, in gigantic ruins covered with bas-reliefs. Maybe that's where my gifts come from. As far as I know, I'm the only spellcaster in my family. I wish I could see those ruins for myself, even just a glimpse. It's a shame my parents didn't think to make a few sketches or rubbings of those bas-reliefs. What if I looked at them and suddenly understood something very, very, very important about me? About the world? About the whole universe? Thank you for your answers. You're very welcome. What do you think of our squad? I think... Wouldn't it have been wonderful if we'd met in a more peaceful time? One without no demons, or one with no demon invasions, ancient horrors, We could have gone on a trip. Doesn't matter where or how, a journey up the mountains or a river cruise in a boat. Anywhere is perfect with friends, even if some of those friends are always grumbling. What do you think of Rickarth? He's a gruff one, never satisfied, always grumbling at everyone. But I can see that deep down he's actually noble and kind-hearted. A true crusader, more so than some of the knights I've met. It's just that life has been cruel to him, so he defends himself as best he can. What about Pinta? It's rare to meet a pro like her. However many mountains I've climbed, I'll always be an amateur next to her. Sindri closes his fist. And how dare those bandits from the technically treat her so awfully. Oh, if only I had met them, some would definitely have had a bad day. What do you think of me? I think that I was awfully lucky to meet you. Sindri gives you a wide smile. With a friend like you, even the abyss doesn't scare me. Together, we'll beat anyone. I know it. Thank you. I have no secrets. What do you think of the soul shards? Nasty, vile, and wretched. As you yourself know, I'm ashamed to remember how happy I was to have this power at first. Who could have guessed it would be such a curse? I can't wait to be rid of them. I have to go. Yes, it's time to hit the road. Wait for us, oh wonderful tavern. May your cellars always brim with cocoa and wine. I like Sindri too. He is a bit obnoxious, but he's charming in his own way. I like him. So I really like all three of them. Some good companions here. Let's go out and rest. Okay. We shouldn't have to worry about this, but we'll auto-assign. Can we make anything? No. Should I actually go and make this stuff? It's interesting that she can help me with this. Here. You know, we are gonna actually do that. Let's go buy one purified thing. Is that, where's that at? Is it in here? Here it is. Take one of those. Now we do have money to buy something else, but it's kind of strange that you can't respec. There you go. Can't craft any potions. I don't know if we can craft anything here, but you can help. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, go ahead and begin resting. My tavern, my sweet tavern. I'll dream of you next time I'm sleeping in a frozen puddle of mud. Alright, and we managed to cook a hearty meal. Fantastic. Alright, let's see, do we want to... Good, their damage got restored. Take one more look around, make sure we're not missing anything. Vinrad he doesn't give us respecking, right? He just... Yeah, it's just a skilled fighter. And an eye doesn't give us anything, right? No. Okay. Alright, let's go back into the frozen wasteland. Sure there's nothing down here? I know this wall is fake. I can't open it though. Look. There's the lever. Alright. To the ancient fane. Yeah, these two. We'll save our money for now. See what kind of trouble we get up to. And what we need. We're back, buddy. Hail! Okay. So we have the verdant fane over there. We have the icy abyss over there. Just go ahead and look around this region. Acquired forbiddance. This area is sealed against planar travel, be it means of teleportation, plane shifting, or traveling the astral plane or the ethereal plane. Forbiddance cannot be dispelled and persists until all frozen gates are destroyed. Huh. Does that go away over here? Yes, okay. What's this? Just some loot. Okay. Let's go check on this spiral thing. Knowledge world.
I've reported a success.
The ritual site is encircled in eerie pillars made of stacked stones. Giants have been building their fanes like this since time immemorial. And we got some sort of interactive or thing to interact with over there. There's the verdant caves. Let's go touch this wall of ice. You will need more shards to destroy the barrier. Okay. I see how this is going to work then. So that's where we need to go to get the next shard, I'm guessing. And then once we get that shard, we can open up that thing back there. Let's go over here, because I think there are some zombie corpses we need to collect. Maybe? Or maybe not. This is where we came from, isn't it?
Follow my steps.
I'm pretty sure that we were fighting over there. Yeah. What's that loot? Get over here. I want that loot. Ah, it's one of these things. I think. Ooh. Cold iron longsword +1. Ring of protection. Mage armor. Very nice, very nice. Good find. Who doesn't have a ring of protection yet? You don't. I'll give it to you. There you go. Alright. So, I know it's a little early, again, to end the episode. But this seems like a good stopping point before we go in here. I guess we could take a look. Yeah, let's take a look. Into the verdant caves. Okay. It's collapsing down up top of us, but it doesn't seem so bad in here. Look, it's not even that cold. Got some greenery. Although, looks like it might be a long fall. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the map here. Doesn't look like it's a terribly big place. Alright, well, I do think we're going to end the episode there, guys. With that little teaser of the verdant caves here. In the next episode, we'll explore these caves, see if we can't find another shard, and continue going forward. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.